This video will be a pre-release guide to MIMIKYU, the newest all-rounder being added to Pokemon Unite, which is coming out on Thursday of this week. It's a melee all-rounder that's based on attack. I know top left it says special attack, but that's a mistake. It's an attack-based all-rounder. It has two different playstyles. One feels more like an all-rounder, and the other one feels more like a speedster. It can be played in top, central, or bot path. I think everything can be totally fine. These were the items I played on the test server: Razor Claw, Attack Weight, and Floatstone. Floatstone can also be replaced with either weakness policy in case you go for a different build, but for the main build I played with Shadow Sneak, I liked this build the most. But before we continue, today's video is sponsored by Battle Crush. Battle Crush is a PvP brawler action game that will be available on PC, Nintendo Switch, and mobile. In Battle Crush, you will be fighting against up to 30 other players to be the last survivor in a fast-paced 8-minute rounds. Collect items, find treasure around the map to make yourself stronger throughout the battle. The controls include up to 6 action skills, including light attacks, heavy attacks, an ultimate, and dodge attacks. Do you want to play alone or in a group? Battle Crush offers different game modes depending if you want to be alone or play with up to 2 other players in a party of 3. Use my code CrisHeroes BC Beta for 1000 crystals, redeemable until the end of October. Make sure you sign up for the beta today so that you can play Battle Crush starting from October the 23rd. Follow the link in the video description. The beta will be available on Steam for PC, Switch, and the Google Play Store. Let's first talk about MIMIKYU's passive. It's the thing you see around the level. There's like a portrait as well, similar to like the Sylveons. This shows that MIMIKYU is currently in a disguised form. If MIMIKYU takes damage now, this disguised form is going to go away, we take a bit of damage, but the enemy gets targeted and marked, and we get increased move speed towards this person, and we also deal more damage. Now, if we want to get back into our disguised form, we either get a KO, and it's going to reduce the cooldown. You can see the cooldown at the bottom for this. The cooldown gets reduced for every single KO, and as long as we stay in this form, at some point we're going to go back. It's kind of like a Glaceon or Espeon passive as well. We just have to wait for it to come back, but every single takedown will put us into this disguised form even faster. Then we have our two basic moves, Astonish and Scratch. Astonish is damage in a cone, and then we have Scratch, which is a dash that slows, and then we can reactivate it and do this claw thing, which also works if we don't hit opponents, and this will be our main last hitting tool. So it's doing something like this in lane, does a lot of damage, will be our last hitting or something like this, right? Like using both of these moves at the same time, which try to get us last hits in. For the boost auto attack, it does damage in an area in front of us, and every single move of MIMIKYU, every single move gives us a boosted auto attack. So like this, Scratch, the Scratch again, Astonish, you can see every single time. It's kind of like Cinder Ace. Doesn't matter what we do, we will get a boosted auto attack every single time. Now level 5 we have two options. Let's first start with Play Rough. It's kind of similar to Volt Tackle, I guess. We dash towards an opponent, we stun them, and then we can jump back to a different direction. It's kind of like literally like Volt Tackle, but it's not a skill shot. And it also, you can actually decide where you want to leave. So if I go my cursor to the left side, as you can see, I jump to the left. If it's up, I will jump to the, the top. But we cannot, we can cancel the eject button, but our other moves cannot cancel it. So once we go into an opponent, we will be there until we, until the duration is over. So, but you can cancel it with eject button. So if you don't run it, you will always have to wait out this entire duration. Our other level 5 move is Shadow Claw, which does damage in a cone, similar to Astonish, but we can actually build this one up. So every boosted auto attack gives us 2 stacks, and every normal basic attack gives us 1 stack up to 4. And then we have a lot of more Shadow Claws, and we can also move during this. So if we build it up again, you can see, you can use my Shadow Claw, we can actually move during this, and it will also heal us for every single time we hit our Shadow Claw. It's always very important to build this one up. And then basic attacks against Pokemon, or enemy Pokemon, or anything, wild Pokemon as well. We reduce the cooldown of Shadow Claws. You can see right now Shadow Claws currently on a 4-second cooldown, so we basic attack and it's already back up again. So you will see it's going to be very spammable, and this for sure feels more of the all-rounder build that I mentioned earlier, but Play Rough might be better for the kind of speedster build. I'm saying speedster build even though it's an all-rounder because it kind of feels like a speedster going for the other build, which I'll of course talk about in a bit as well. So yeah, it's always basic attack, build up your Shadow Claw, and then you try to sustain, because again it also heals. On level 7 we have Shadow Sneak and Trick Room. So Shadow Sneak felt more like the speedster build. It's kind of like Gengar Dream Eater, but with a lot more range. So we have Shadow Sneak right here. We throw the Shadow, and then if it hits a target, we can reactivate it and fly towards this target. And they're marked, and if we kill this marked target, our Shadow Sneak completely resets, and we also gain HP. So there's a reset ability. And what's very fun about this is it gets increased range through Tall Grass, and through walls. So there's going to be a lot of areas that you can learn on how to get a lot of range. So like right here, as an example, we can actually make it into the Rayquaza pit and hit Rayquaza, and this, of course, this Bitoy is here. It does go across walls as well, of course. And you can get resets from wild Pokemon as well. So right here, I'm going to target the Bitoy. I'm going to kill the Bitoy, and you can see we get a reset as well. I think I pressed it too fast now, so I actually couldn't dash towards the Atari. You have to be careful when pressing it a bit too fast. But yeah, you also get resets of wild Pokemon as well. So it's gonna be very interesting to just find like the best angles. You can even make it from here to like almost bot path. So like it's absolutely amazing how much range this can potentially have. Or the other level 7 move, we have Trick Room, which is also insanely hilarious. So we spawn this area right here, and this area slows into us getting move speed. So for an example, if we're in the enemy flux zone, we actually get move speed. Right now we're slowed. Trick Room, we actually gain move speed. And inside of this Trick Room, you can actually dash infinitely, which is also just absolutely hilarious. So you can see we can dash. This is with cooldowns on right now. So I have cooldowns, but you can see you can dash every single time. And all of those dashes give you a boosted auto attack as well, which is pretty insane. You can see we dash, boost auto attack, dash, boost auto attack, dash, boost auto attack, dash, boost auto attack, dash, boost auto attack. So every one of those dashes gives you a boost auto attack. So it works quite nice with Shadow Claw as well, because you're going to be auto attacking a lot, which means we reduce our cooldowns. And this, again, this is kind of the all-rounder build that I talked about. Now in level 9, we get our Unite move, which is very similar to Slowbro. It's point and click. We pretty much just click on an enemy target like this, and then we go on it. It's point and click. And yeah, this can be reduced though. If Mimikyu loses the shield, I think it drops off earlier. So it actually has a bit more counterplay if the shield, or like if the shield, you can see right here, takes damage, it can end earlier. Besides that, it can actually, I think it can Unite move every single unstoppable target as well. So it's better than Serena's Unite move, because Serena or like Charizard, they get stopped by unstoppable effects, but this thing does not get stopped by unstoppable effects. It does a good amount of damage as well, as you can see right here. It gets a Decidueye, 80%, like, I mean, almost KO'd it completely. So it's gonna be another very fun point and click ability, but I think it might have a bit more counterplay, even though it also has much less counterplay than others. For the plus versions, Play Rough Plus gives us move speed after we jump off our opponents. You can see got some bonus move speed going on for us now. And for Shadow Claw Plus, this final attack right here that you always see, this final attack where like it slashes with both sides, they do extra damage on how much the enemy has lost HP before. And then the plus versions of Trick Room and Shadow Sneak are pretty boring. It's pretty much just cooldown reduction. Let's talk about the two builds. So this one is the all-rounder version, kinda. Love Sustain, where you basic attack a lot, you want to use your Shadow Claws, you want to dash around, stay in your zone a lot, and just try to, stay alive. It can be quite difficult to play, because you cannot die very fast as well. So also here, wait, I kind of wanted to Unite move the unstoppable target, but the bot just always cancelled for some reason, so I can't quite showcase it on unstoppable target. But we tested it on the test server, and back then it worked. Of course, it can always be changed when it comes to the live server, but on test server it did work against unstoppable targets. So yeah, just dashing around, making use of our boost auto attacks, that also reduce the cooldown of our Shadow Sneak, so it works in very handy, of course, that we get cooldown reduction as well. And every boost auto attack also makes our Shadow Claw build up even faster. So we always want to make sure we basic attack a lot on this Pokemon as well. Very, very important, otherwise you're going to lose a lot of damage. Similar to Cinder Ace, make sure you juggle your abilities correctly, and then you will have a lot of more success. And then for the other bit, of course, which I consider more of the Speedster version, which I think both of these moves also work in it, of course, but I like Play Rough and Shadow Sneak a lot, where we just, try to one-shot our targets as much as we can, do boost auto attack, go into Play Rough, into another basic attack, and hope that is enough damage, to one-shot a target. Currently, of course, I don't have attack weight stacks, but this felt very, very strong to play as well on test server. Of course, can always change that when it comes out on live server, always the case. But yeah, we just try to get resets, jump around the map, and just even getting white Pokemon allows you to jump around a lot. I think it's going to be very difficult to play this Pokemon in team fights, so it's going to take a lot of skill. Also, this is very annoying right here. Like, if you fight up here, then you have to be very careful with moving your Shadow Sneak towards the top of the screen, or you literally don't understand what's happening. So always make sure that you, don't on accident, aim outside of the map or something. It's actually quite annoying to fight up here. It's actually quite annoying. Even if you're just in this bush, like when the camera messes up like this. I think the same happens on bot as well. So yeah, you have to be very careful when fighting near the bottom of the map, otherwise you're gonna actually lose a lot of vision right here. So besides that, yeah, again, you just jump around. You can even use your Shadow Sneak as a nice escape, right? Let's say you're running away, and you can use like do something like this, kill this, and then jump to the next last hit, heal up as well again, and you can jump towards the next last hit, like this for the Ataria. And we're gonna kill the Swablu, we're gonna jump to the next one. You pretty much want to use this on every single white Pokemon anyways, since you get the cooldown reduction reset as well. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. I hope you're gonna enjoy Mimikyu as well, and I hope you're ready to either play it or ready to face it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel.